Today is Cucumber Day. This is Kathleen at My Alabama Farm Life, and I am so glad that you are here with me today. So I have these two little cucumbers that I've got growing here in my raised bed. This is a bush variety. I don't remember what the name is called, and I went back through my videos and I could not find what seeds I planted, but this is much smaller than what I've grown before. I've usually grown the straight 8s and the Market More 76s, and those are a good size cucumber. These cucumbers are much smaller, and as they have grown, they tend to turn yellow and they get really fat. But if you pick them when they're small, they're a really nice size pickle cucumber, I would estimate. But I'm having a hard time finding them in all the greenery. And then I was walking by the other day and I started noticing the yellow and then the orange colors. So I've got a lot of cucumbers that are really past eating size, probably going to be a little bit bitter. But I figure I'm going to go ahead and take those and I'm going to collect the seeds from them, and then hopefully I can find some smaller ones that we can eat. Now, I do have some small trellises in this raised bed, and I don't know why I thought that they would be big enough to hold these cucumbers. They have really taken off. They have grown really well. They have tons of flowers on them, and you can usually see the little cucumbers as they're starting to grow. But as they get bigger, I find that I just cannot see them against the green of the foliage. They've also gotten away from me and started growing in the black garden fencing that I have here. And I came out one day a couple of weeks ago and I tried to disentangle it. And then since then it has just taken over. I found that it is impossible to get these cucumbers away from the fencing. So I am going from the top and going down, and also found that I could stick my hand up in the bottom of the fencing and pull them out. And so that's how I've been harvesting them. Rudy is a really good guard dog, but that's my son. He's just come back from the store with dinner. From this view on the back side, you can see how orange and yellow the cucumbers have turned. And I just noticed them the other day, so I decided it's time to get out here and pick them. All right, so this is what I was able to collect, but you can see they're really yellow. They're probably going to be a little bit bitter, but I figure the ones that are beyond eating, I can feed to the chickens, and I can also go ahead and save the seeds. I do like these cucumbers, and I plan on growing them again. I also have my kidney beans, and that is my Bradford watermelon. I actually had 2 growing, but they died, and I haven't seen any since then. Not a good year for watermelons. All right, so here are 3 of the cucumbers that I'm going to try to eat. And then the rest of them I'm going to split apart, cut up, save some seeds. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do that. Now, it is much easier to get these seeds out than what you see on this video. I was trying really hard to keep the cucumber in on the screen, and basically it's easier to tip it on its side and just go down from the top and just scrape it on out, and it's so much easier, but it was really hard to show that on the video. But if you're cutting them up, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now that I have the seeds out, there's still a lot of gunk on them, but I use a fermenting process that helps get all the stuff off the seeds, so then later on I can dry them. But I'm just going to take the knife and I'm just going to scoop up this mess, put it in a jar, and then I'm going to add some water to it. Now, as the seeds ferment, because this is really a fermenting process, it'll start to break apart and the seeds will sink down to the bottom, and the inside or the core of that cucumber is going to float to the top. And then as it floats to the top, I just kind of pull it out and shake the seeds down. And once I've gotten everything out of there and it's just seeds, then I can rinse them off and then lay them out on a paper towel and let them dry, and they'll be ready for next year's planting. And now I don't want anything to go to waste, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a rough cut, and then I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to give it to the chickens. The chickens love these cucumbers, and I also saved some back to give to the rabbits and let them have some cucumbers too. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you so much for sticking around and watching. I kind of sort of took the summer off. Spring and summer is really hard because I've got a lot of work going, and I find it's really difficult to pull out that camera and get it set up and make videos. So we're getting down into the slower season, so I'm probably going to be picking up on videos again. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and don't forget that I have another channel called Chickens Live with My Alabama Farm Life. I'm going to leave it up here in the corner and you guys can go check it out. I'm trying to run chickens every day but Sunday. Sundays we take that day off. All right guys, you have a blessed and joyous day, and I will see you on my next video.